For Game Grumps to go out of their way to doctor footage in the same vein as Stalin with the infamous Moscow
I don't know if it was that deep, guys.
Now photograph. So
it's just like that. Oh my god.
Up at 6 like a morning glory. Fix breakfast at my inventory.
Oh my god, what the hell? My wife Heidi and I have filed for divorce. I know this may come as surprising and upsetting for many of you, but know that we do not do this and both seek happiness for blah, boy. Dude, I'm not reading that essay, man.
It is day one of a gaming revolution, baby.
Oh my god. Imagine saying this. These guys are like the normal boots guys with way less swag. I'm not gonna lie.
There was a normal boots dating simulator.
What?
Oh, I don't remember what it's called. It's like Asiago High or something.
Oh,
considering normal boots is no
wow.
longer, I
They're
had to go
so
back and play
dreamy.
this, and it's a
Hey there, guy. How's it going there, guy, dude? Today we're reacting to a video about normal boots. You wanna see my boots? They're pretty normal. You wanna see them? They're made for walking and being regular. Dude, Normal Boots was a YouTube gaming collective made up of like JonTron, freaking PeanutbutterGamer, Projared, Gerard the Completionist. I guess Do You Know Gaming is who this Mega Man symbolizes. Freaking, I really only know about it because of JonTron at first. I guess I freaking was introduced to it by him because I watched him on Game Grumps back in the day. I don't know if it exists anymore. I know that JonTron has had a little bit of controversies, not that it's affected his career too much. And freaking this guy, Projared, I think was canceled for like
You so freaky ass!
cheating on his wife or something. But let's freaking see what else happened. The Normal Boots Retrospective by Nomad, dude. This freaking video popped up in my recommended. It seems interesting. Let's give it a shot.
Dude, I thought I was the coolest kid for liking video games that were older than me. Once I
Slow down there, man. You're the coolest kid. You don't have to rush. I'm just kidding. I had that on by accident.
Dude, I thought I was the coolest kid for liking video games that were older than me. Once
You're
I started
goddamn
losing
right.
interest in Minecraft YouTubers, I decided I needed to get a little bit more regal. I had to enjoy the finer things in life. I had to get into a new pair of shoes. Or should I say a new pair of boots? I want to say video
he's got boots too, dude. They're regular. Let's go. He got the Timbs on. Is that what those? Yeah, they are, dude. They're Timberland. Hell yeah, dude. I gotta get a pair of these myself.
I wouldn't say video game reviewers are a lost art. It's more like once people like Normal Boots came around, they just didn't go away and there was no one to replace them. They're just kind of writing off their niche into the sunset at this point. But I want to talk about their niche when it was the most popular, aka when I was watching it. Yeah, this isn't a history of Normal Boots or anything. I just wanted to talk about them. Big Four, PeanutbutterGamer, JonTron, Projared, the Completionist, and there was some other people there I'll talk about.
Oh yeah, he did like a charity thing that was getting called out recently. I think Penguin Zero covered it and freaking a lot of other people, but I'm sure we'll talk about it in this video. And by we, I mean I'm just gonna listen and learn. A schizophrenic gamer is listening.
They all had a website in 2010 and they shut it down in 2012 because YouTube started actually making money and they didn't need a stinking website. But then
oh, is that what it was? Freaking, that was like when I graduated high school. That was a long time ago, but then they brought it back at some point, I believe. And even this looks kind of dated, but this was like the new website.
they just put it up. I think it's just kind of been on and off until now when I try to look at their website, and apparently it just got removed last month. But enough talk about that. Let's talk about
Let's talk about boots, talk about shoes. Editor's note, what if instead of Normal Boots there was a channel called Freaky Boots where the gamers got freaky? Just a thought.
Hey everybody, I'm PeanutbutterGamer.
in comparison to your hardcore PeanutbutterGamer fan, I'm a little bit more of a fraud when it comes to his stuff. Little brain dead me really enjoyed Watch Mojo top 10s growing up, and when I was looking up footage for that joke, apparently Watch Mojo has a 24/7 live stream of their top 10s. Who's
what the hell, dude? Freaking who watching that shit? But dude, I've definitely reacted to a Watch Mojo video or two in my day. Roll the clip, dude. This is the 10 worst commercials ever made, according to Watch Mojo. Why do their videos sound so horrible? I mean, when was this made? 2016? I guess that's kind of far, a long time ago.
Special price, $2.99.
Number 10, the Trivago guy. Trivago.
Have you ever looked for a hotel online?
No. Actually, I don't know where else you would look, unless you just pull up. 14 watching? Ain't no way.
But when it came to PBG, I mostly watched some of his reviews and the top 10s. That wasn't even his most popular type of video.
Yeah, PeanutbutterGamer always seemed chill. He did similar content to like JonTron or whatever. He would talk about games and talk really fast and say bleh, 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 and do funny voices.
Creepy things happening in
just like
video
me for
games,
real.
but he kept it lighthearted, which I enjoyed. I think a lot of the series...
Oh, and he did Zelda like every year. He would do Zelda month.
He created back then. They've developed a lot over time over YouTube. Also, it helped that he didn't swear, so when my mom walked in watching me watch PBG, it wasn't like the angry video game nerd where, you know, in case your mom walked in and asked what you were watching, hey, I'm just watching Peanut Butter Gamer, ma. And he doesn't swear unlike the angry video game nerd. And then she asks, who's the angry video game nerd? And then you have to show it to her, and then it's one of the most uncomfortable experiences of your life.
I wouldn't show my mom that. I don't even know what he talks about, but if he's angry, I'm not showing her. I would show her lonniedos videos because he doesn't cuss or say swears.
I was rewatching Peanut Butter Gamer. It was mostly just for nostalgic purposes. I don't remember him talking this loud. He talks really loud in his old videos.
I tried so hard to find 10 games more trippy than this, but it couldn't be done.
Austin,
It couldn't be done.
I'm right here. You don't have to yell. And go into his
Hey,
new
man,
stuff.
I want to yell, all right?
It's still him. He actually had a collaboration with Arthur to make his own little Funko Pop, which
That's interesting. It looks cool. What
is
the hell?
insane to me. Arthur, put me in the show. No, but you're canceled. Well, you're still doing something with Arthur. Put me in a little side tangent. I hated the fact that Arthur represented actual animals. I know Buster was a bunny, Arthur was an aardvark, but why the fuck was Binky a bulldog? What the fuck is Francine? What the
Yeah, I don't know what animal that's supposed to be.
fuck is Muffy? Seriously, what the fuck does she look like? And most of the comments is just talking about how this guy made his childhood. You know, I always wondered, what does this ever mean? Like, what are these bars? You know what I mean? I always had the Peanut Butter Gamer, but I never knew what these meant.
Is that peanut butter bars?
Hey everybody, this
Obvious.
is Peanut Butter Gamer, and welcome to my list of the top 10 weirdest and or creepiest video game characters.
I have envy for the past. This could have been me. This could have been me if I was born in
If you were Luigi.
1990, this could have been me. You know, there was another thing he did that made my childhood, which is Minecraft Hardcore. And I haven't really seen anything like it since, where you just get a bunch of people on a server and they all just start dying one by one, just trying to defeat the Ender Dragon or defeat the Wither.
That's just how you play the game, man. Come on.
There's not a lot to talk about when it comes to him. If he was a boot, he'd be the normal boot. He's the baseline for everybody else here.
That's a good place to be, in my opinion, dude, as a boot guy.
So even
I'm a
though
little bit of a
JonTron
boot
was a part
guy.
of normal boots, it always felt like he was just a little bit more separate than everyone else. The only video I remember him collaborating with was Peanut Butter Gamer, and that was on his own channel. I guess he did like Did You Know Gaming, and he was on Continue as well, but for the most part, it was just he was busy collaborating with Egoraptor. And honestly, when JonTron started out, he was a lot more rougher on the edges than everybody else. When you watch his old videos, it's mostly just a spectacle of what he used to be before he started growing extremely fast. You watch other videos by other normal boots creators made at the time, like obviously it's not the greatest thing you've ever seen, but it, like for a game review, it was pretty decent quality. And then there's JonTron with TV static in the background trying to talk over it.
I guess you can say it was like a friend of a friend to me. I'd heard about it, seeing it in pictures.
But within 2 years, he was easily the best creator out of any of the normal boots guys. But with that came a pricely cost. He took really long breaks between uploading. Maybe it was all part of a scheme, because I would go back to his channel, he hasn't uploaded in 5 months. Well, I guess I gotta watch his old videos again. And also these huge breaks kind of helped divide John into eras more than anybody else on here. I think he has like 4 main eras, which I discerned those by the fact that he has like 4 different sets throughout his YouTube career. You can discern JonTron from his intros. You know, the first intro, you had him outside with his video game skin. Oh my god, what the fuck is happening? What the fuck?
I remember seeing this on the front page of YouTube back in the day. It was like a Banjo-Kazooie sequel video. Probably the Nuts and Bolts, I think that's what it's called. 12 years ago, brother. Normal booting. Ain't no way. Yeah, what the hell? He green screened out the bird. I guess the TV static situation had already been resolved by this point.
Leading the helm was rare.
Because the audio sounds pretty good.
They were known for such games as Battletoads and Wizards and Warriors.
But were they doing Game Grumps already? I wonder. This might have been right before. Good times, good times.
Dude, it's just an analog horror.
What?
Boy, is this alcohol? Acting like a kid is alcohol.
But as it stands, the breaks didn't really matter because
it's just alcohol, you acting like a kid.
Back, he would somehow get even better. More than anybody else, it felt very fitting that his name was JonTron Show, because it actually felt like watching a show of his. Everybody else felt like
Manifestation. If you could make it, you can call yourself Mr. Show. It doesn't even have to be your real name. Nice angry bird.
You were watching videos. When JonTron made a new video, it felt like an episode, you know, it felt like a new season, which kind of leads me into his newer videos because they actually feel like videos now. They don't feel like the episodes of a show that they used to be, and it's probably just because he stopped reviewing games or whatever. He doesn't even review games anymore. He probably had
dude, he started doing like TV shows and movies and stuff, and it was all just as good, in my opinion. I haven't watched it in a while, but freaking JonTron was always of a certain quality. His videos were
other
pretty
reasons
good.
to leave normal boots, but he just didn't care about video games anymore. I'm pretty sure.
I remember I even watched his like Star Wars videos that I just could not give a fuck about Star Wars and probably didn't even know what was going on, but they existed and they were sponsored by Disney because he was with Maker Studios or whatever, and freaking I watched all of them.
He was like the first game reviewer to have a Let's Play channel just because he was in Game Grumps. And as you know, like they had a huge falling out. You know, they started punching each other, grabbing each other's throats. Lots of violence, lots of alcohol.
That's what I heard.
Nasty stuff.
Who the fuck is this?
Huh?
Where's JonTron?
Firstly,
bro, I'm fucking sick. It's over. Where is he? Just kidding, it's been 12 years. I'm over it. But seriously, it was over back then. Oh, shit, what the hell is that?
I wanted to brag about it.
I'm starting a new channel. It's called Game Grumps.
That's their little promo. They had
I didn't know JonTron started that. That's crazy.
Tell the viewer that he was leaving Game Grumps to focus on his main channel.
What is this video he's using in the background of Egoraptor crying?
So if you'd like to learn more about the conspiracies surrounding John's leaving, I'd say go check out his video. I'll leave the link.
We gotta learn more about the conspiracy. The real reason JonTron left Game Grumps. What's the Miiverse controversy?
For Game Grumps to go out of their way to doctor footage in the same vein as Stalin with the infamous Moscow
I don't know if it was that deep, guys.
Now photograph.
It's just like that. Oh my gosh.
Dude, I was pretty upset when JonTron left Game Grumps back then. I was acting like a kid because I was one.
Always doing too much.
Just a Let's Play channel. You're always doing too much. But I was upset, dude. But I don't know much about the conspiracies. I wasn't that upset, I guess. I know they have like freaking subreddits and subreddits dedicated to this shit. But I don't think anyone really knows what happened.
Miiverse. What's more strange is Aaron's energy.
I do know that JonTron had an infamous debate with Destiny, the streamer, which I freaking remember way back in the day, where he said some questionable things, which I, you know, as an avid Game Grumps watcher at the time, I was like, this doesn't seem that out of character.
Well, this certainly has been an interesting week. So recently, as you may have heard, I had a public debate about some contentious topics relevant to the day. I blew up in the media, and they wrote some, how you say, charitable articles on me.
Maybe I should stop saying the wrong things, but you know, doesn't seem like it's held them back too much. I don't know how much we're getting into the controversies in this retrospective, but we'll see.
Mood
I figured I'd mention them.
Nosedive when this happened.
Okay. Alright. Marvelous.
Game Grumps. Acknowledge JonTron.
Oh!
We must never
Oh, they were writing that on the Mario videos? That's funny.
Speak of this man ever again.
Did you ever consider Egoraptor was just fucking tired of hearing this over and over?
True.
But it's okay, they made up in the JonTron Star Wars thing, which I kind of forgot that existed.
Oh yeah, he was in the Star Wars thing, yeah, I remember that.
I remember when he was making that, and he vanished for so long, he actually had to make a video about it. His videos are still good, but they feel like videos compared to what he was making. I know the second he starts uploading something consistently, I find something else to complain about. He's easily aged the best, and he's still making the best stuff out of anybody else in normal boots. I know Projared has been through a lot. Projared is a strong-willed man, okay? And compared to the
What does that mean? My wife Heidi and I have filed for divorce. I know this may come as surprising and upsetting for many of you, but know that we do not do this and both seek happiness, but blah, boring. Dude, I'm not reading that essay, man. Holy boring. Style and grace. He's a, what did he call him?
And he's still making the best.
He's a good American.
Else in normal boots. I know Projared has been through a lot. Projared is a strong-willed man. Okay?
He's a strong-willed man.
Compared to the big four normal boots, I didn't watch Projared that much. I'll be honest. There's this series.
I've never seen his videos, but I know he cheated on his wife.
Never heard of called name tags that he was in. I think people at ScrewAttack gave Projared $5 to make a show, and he made it work. On the fact that he actually made a show. I love early internet so much because ScrewAttack would give you a paycheck for being in the equivalent of a student film. Look at this, 9/25/07. Was he like 21 when this was made?
21?
Or something. Like actually going back to Projared's first video for a little bit, he actually had a really good quality compared to everybody else in normal boots, especially for the limitation of 4x3. It felt like you were watching a really good public access show. I think a large part of what made him a little bit better of a reviewer was, I think it was because he did ScrewAttack first. Even though Projared was the highest quality YouTuber when starting.
What even is ScrewAttack? I freaking heard the name many times. Was it like Rooster Teeth or something? Or was it an actual show on a part of something else? Oh, what Death Battle? Is that the same channel? I don't understand. ScrewAttack's Video Game Vault. What happened? The rabbit hole goes deeper. Did they make the Death Battle channel out of the ScrewAttack channel?
Services such as Xbox Live and PlayStation Network used on the Xbox.
I've never watched either, but that's interesting to me. What's wrong with me?
360 and PS3 respectively. This increase in online gaming resulted in players wanting to connect with each other outside of the multiplayer lobby, and instead connecting on websites dedicated to the discussion of video games. Around this time, online game reviews were popularized on IGN and YouTube. These websites often had forums for users to discuss games and connect with each other. Online gaming content was not limited to reviews, as companies like Machinima would host videos created by others and would also produce in-house shows. Other groups around this time, such as Meg64 and Rooster Teeth, were dedicated to creating original videos such as skits and animations using video games. The launch of YouTube in 2005 opened the floodgates for anyone to create online game reviews or make content surrounding video games and have their work seen and grow an audience. 2006 would see the launch of ScrewAttack.com and the beginning of a decade of internet gaming history.
Day one of a gaming revolution, baby.
Whoa!
ScrewAttack.com.
Just a couple of guys gaming? What a novel concept. It'll never catch on. Give it up, idiots. Fucking nerds. Give me your lunch money, dumbass. I'm just playing. Unless you were gonna. I think they made an iPhone game, but I don't know how to search that.
Hi YouTube, today we're playing Jump and Shoot Attack. This is a game and I think it's related to ScrewAttack. That's like a YouTube channel and a website. I don't really know what they do. Maybe they're just pacifists. They're just really against attacking. They're like, screw that, ScrewAttack. I'm gonna freaking play this game.
Craig Skistimus and Thomas Hanley, known as Stuttering Craig and Handsome Tom on the site, respectively,
Handsome
had the idea to make
Tom.
a radio show about video games, partially due to Craig's background in radio. Choosing to do the radio show online, the two discovered that the radio show online idea had already existed and was called podcasts. They would record their first podcast, but would need a site to host it. ScrewAttack was not the original name of the website. Craig tried to get the domain name redring.com as a reference to the power-up in the original Zelda game. Unfortunately, at the time, Red Ring was taken, resulting in Craig naming the site ScrewAttack as a reference to a power-up in the original NES Metroid game. Craig and Tom would create the Side Scrollers podcast and would launch it with ScrewAttack.com on February 15th, 2006.
It is day one of a gaming revolution, baby.
Oh my god. Imagine saying this.
ScrewAttack.com.
A month later, the two debuted a new show called Video Game Vault. The first episode would be a short
It's a
review of the
gaming
game Batman Returns on
revolution!
SNES, hosted by Handsome Tom. Video Game Vault would
I'm a
become consistently popular
revolutionary!
show on the site, with many fans enjoying the series.
I'm playing
This would be
Batman!
ScrewAttack's lineup for over 6 months. During this period, Craig would reach out to other game reviewers he would find on YouTube and see if they would like to have their videos hosted on ScrewAttack. Most famously, Craig would discover James Rolfe's Angry Nintendo Nerd and would invite him to be hosted on ScrewAttack. Craig would also suggest that James change the name to Angry Video Game Nerd. AVGN would become one of ScrewAttack's most popular shows and would be hosted on ScrewAttack for many years. Other content creators brought on during this time included GameJew and Far From Subtle's Awesome Video Games. One group that Craig reached out to was Game Life.
These guys are like the normal boots guys with way less swag, I'm not gonna lie, but maybe they came before them. They had to go first, so they walked so that the normal boots guys could run. In some capacity.
However, they went viral and ended up being picked up by MTV. Craig contacted them before.
Because this is like pre-YouTube stuff, it sounds like, right? Like they had their own website. People were probably doing like Newgrounds stuff around this time, I imagine, but not YouTube yet.
The following year, it became clear that ScrewAttack had dodged the bullet by having Game Life reject them. After Game Life founder Andrew was arrested for making serious threats. This ended Game Life and the careers of those who were a part of it. Game Life rejecting ScrewAttack was clearly a blessing in disguise. October of 2006 would see the launch of ScrewAttack's Top 10, which would become one of ScrewAttack's biggest shows and launch them into deals with other gaming websites. The first Top 10 would be Top 10 Worst Ways to Die in Video Games, which would get ScrewAttack hosted on and a deal with GameVideos.com. According to Craig,
I would hate to be teabagged to death by a Battletoad unless anyone was offering that experience. I'll pay top dollar.
First Top 10 went viral and was shown on several gaming websites, including Kotaku and Destructoid, and received over 250,000.
Back when websites existed and had cool names. I know that Kotaku still exists, I guess.
The next big move for ScrewAttack was the PlayStation 3 launch line for charity, where Craig would spend a week in front of Best Buy to buy a PS3 at launch and then sell it at auction on eBay and donate all the money to the Child's Play charity. Between the debut of Top 10 and the launch line for charity, GameTrailers.com contacted Craig about having ScrewAttack's videos hosted on GameTrailers. GameTrailers invited Craig to their end-of-the-year party in LA to discuss the deal. This party
old heads helping old heads, but they were just heads at the time.
Craig would send Tom to go to the party to talk with GameTrailers, while Craig waited in line and recorded vlogs of the launch line, and had contributors on ScrewAttack make videos to promote the event.
Dude, what band is this? I love Andrew Jackson Jihad.
The deal would be made that GameTrailers would get Top 10, Video Game Vault, and Angry Video Game Nerd. This deal would last for many years, and ScrewAttack would receive its own section on the GameTrailers website. It's important to mention that the GameTrailers deal was the first time that ScrewAttack and AVGN were paid for their videos. Another content creator brought onto ScrewAttack was Guru Larry. Larry and friend Wes would do retrospectives on British and European games that were not released in America. Larry and Wes's videos would be hosted under their own site.
I'm gonna skip ahead a little bit because I don't necessarily know these guys just by name.
ScrewAttack's biggest shows, and is one of the things most people remember about them. 2008 would also see the creation of several shows on ScrewAttack. When and why. The show quickly became a success, and is the most famous thing ever made by ScrewAttack, and is still going on now. 2010 also saw
is this the Death Battle stuff?
Q&As, and was overall a party to celebrate gaming and the ScrewAttack community.
Allow me to pull the curtain back a little bit. I run the show at ScrewAttack, so I always got to be aware of what's going on in something like SGC. There's just one minor problem with that. Keep out of here. I have no idea what this guy's gonna do. Ever.
During his panel, he's got dozens of guys on the main stage to toss him into the air with a blanket, and then minutes later,
What
they
the
all took
hell,
off their
dude?
shirts and stampeded out the door screaming, "I'm Rambo," the entire way. And none of it was scripted.
All of which gave me a headache.
HTC would run for 5 years until being absorbed into Rooster Teeth's RTX for its final year in 2016. 2010 saw the launch of ScrewAttack's biggest show, Death Battle.
Oh, so it was a show on their freaking network underneath maybe another network or something. I understand the confusion.
And sees two figures from pop culture fight to the death. They would research the characters and would have 2D sprite animations.
It's Kingdom Willie and Final Man to see. They're fighting.
Success, and is the most famous thing ever made by ScrewAttack and is still going on now. 2010 also saw the closure of GameAttack. GameAttack was a game store that Craig bought in 2009, and the store would sell modern and retro games alongside ScrewAttack
that's
merch.
cool.
Jared was actually hired to work at GameAttack, and after it closed, he started working at the ScrewAttack office. 2011 would also see the founding of ScrewAttack Games as an indie game publisher. Their first game would be a simple mobile game called Texting of the Bread, a parody of
Really? I've never played that, dude. That looks fucking fire, but very old.
Typing of the Dead. 2011 also saw the launch of Game Theory. Game Theory would be posted on ScrewAttack's community section and was discovered by employee Drake McWarner, better known now as Comic Drake, who put the video on the front page of ScrewAttack, giving it a boost in viewership. In 2012, ScrewAttack would make a deal with MatPat, and Game Theory would be hosted on ScrewAttack for about 9 months. ScrewAttack would also move into the former GameAttack store location following a break-in near the previous office, leaving the team feeling unsafe about the location. In 2012, Jared would also depart from ScrewAttack. Jared was fired due to his behavior in the office and on social media. He was apparently a jerk in the office and would often post on Facebook stuff the team talked about in meetings. His behavior would lead to Craig firing him. Jared would go on to have a successful career making game reviews on his own channel. In 2012, ScrewAttack would end their partnership with Game Trailers following independent success. 2013 saw ScrewAttack Games release Angry Video Game Nerd Adventures, which was released on PC, Wii U, and 3DS. ScrewAttack's most popular video would also be posted in 2013. This video would be the death battle of Goku vs. Superman. This death battle would be the first to be entirely animated with 3D animation, and it was a collaboration between ScrewAttack, several Dragon Ball and Superman websites, and Dragon Ball Z Abridged. The video quickly went viral, becoming the most viewed video on ScrewAttack's YouTube channel. Since its release, the video has accumulated 46 million views, making it the most popular video ever made by ScrewAttack. 2014 would see the biggest change for ScrewAttack. In 2014, ScrewAttack would be bought by Fullscreen for an undisclosed amount.
Whoa.
However, Craig has stated that
Fullscreen doesn't even exist anymore.
Purchase, he was able to get all ScrewAttack employees $10K in stock. A few months following Fullscreen's purchase of ScrewAttack, Fullscreen acquired fellow internet production company.
Oh no, I'm sensing a pattern. None of these companies exist anymore.
It still is a much larger company, and as a result, Fullscreen decided to make ScrewAttack a part of Rooster Teeth. This meant that Craig would report to Rooster Teeth, and if ScrewAttack wanted to do a video, they would need to get approval from multiple individuals at Rooster Teeth. This slowed ScrewAttack's video output. Prior to this, ScrewAttack's process was to come up with a video and just do it. It was a very on-the-spot system that worked very well for ScrewAttack. Unfortunately, with this new requirement of approval from Rooster Teeth, video production became much more difficult. Craig has described the 3 years...
They kind of got screwed. Sorry.
...under Rooster Teeth as the worst 3 years of his life.
And then Fullscreen paired us together, and they made ScrewAttack a brand under Rooster Teeth. Full transparency, that was the worst 3 years of my life.
When Fullscreen purchased ScrewAttack and AVGN's business relationship ended. However, Craig and James still remain friends. 2014 would see the launch of 2 new channels from ScrewAttack. ScrewAttack News, where Hard News was moved over to. Hard News would remain on the channel for 3 months from September to December of 2014 before being canceled. The second channel was ScrewAttack Live, which hosted archives of streams from ScrewAttack on Twitch. This channel would last much longer than ScrewAttack News and ran from 2014 to 2016. 2016 saw Craig's departure from ScrewAttack. Craig and a few employees would found GameAttack, which would be a part of ScrewAttack before becoming independent from ScrewAttack and Rooster Teeth. 2016 also brought ScrewAttack moving from Dallas to Austin, Texas, to merge with Rooster Teeth. GameAttack would remain in Dallas.
Business. There's so many layoffs and swindles and partners and buy low, sell over there, make a new channel, do another one. He's screwing we gaming.
Series still running on the channel. Nick Kramer, who was hosting Top 10, would move to Rooster Teeth's news channel, The Know, bringing Top 10 with him. February of 2019 would bring the rebranding of the ScrewAttack YouTube channel to Death Battle. This would mark the end of ScrewAttack. Around this time, the majority of non-Death Battle videos would be deleted from ScrewAttack's YouTube channel. Although a lot of it is on Rooster Teeth's website, it is not all, and a large amount of ScrewAttack's videos are now lost. Since the rebrand, Ben Singer and Chad James have remained hosts of Death Battle. Nick Kramer would host Top 10 on The Know for a few months before The Know was rebranded to Inside Gaming. This ended Top 10's nearly 13-year run. Craig would leave GameAttack in 2020 and begin his own podcast and streaming on YouTube and Twitch. He will occasionally do videos about ScrewAttack, discussing events that occurred during his time as CEO. ScrewAttack was a popular part of online gaming content during the 7th generation of consoles, and many people who got their start at ScrewAttack have gone on to lead successful careers of their own.
Yeah, dude, I didn't know that there was so much history at ScrewAttack, dude. Shout out to Anomaly Source. This was very informative. I'll link the full video down below. Is Death Battle dead now?
Hey everybody, we are the Death Battle crew. I'm Ben, the voice of Wiz.
I'm Austin, supervising producer.
I'm Chad, I play Boomstick. And I'm Sam. And we have some exciting news we want to share with y'all. Chad got a new cat. Her name is Olive. She's ID of Assassin's Creed.
Stories left to tell with Death Battle.
We're taking our time to make sure that we make the right decisions rather than rush into something that could be the wrong path.
Thank you for being so patient
so
and
they're
of course
doing
continuing to support us.
Epic rap battles of history type formula of taking some time off and coming back with a new season. I've never actually seen one of these videos, but it does seem kind of like what I just said with the freaking rap battle thingy. But they fight. I mean, this looks kind of lit.
Was
awesome! You were like, wah, and then went shot-a-booey. Who are you?
I am the dragon.
He's fighting Kung Fu Manda. All right, well now let's freaking get back to what's important here, Mr. Projared.
Yeah, he hasn't changed. He hasn't changed at all. He's been the most stagnant, easily. And that's not a bad thing. I mean, if it
maybe the completionist
is not a good person. He's a man of moral fog, okay? Charity fraud aside, I actually did watch the completionist quite a bit when I was younger. Mostly the videos with Greg. People
I've
back
never
then,
watched
they were
a completionist video. I think I may have seen him appear on Game Grumps once or twice, but I don't.
Disappointed that Greg left the completionist. I'm pretty sure. When
There's
Greg
too many
wanted all of his
gamers out there.
videos
Can't watch them all.
oh
You know
my
what I'm
gosh.
saying?
And there's a good reason as to why. People were so mad. I don't think Gerard cared at all because it just meant he could re-review the games. But honestly, when I went back to watch the completionist, I went back to watch the Greg episodes. More than any other creator on Normal Boots, I found myself in a trance just re-watching these. They weren't even that good, but I just couldn't stop watching them. Hey, where's that one with MatPat? And then I'd go and watch the whole episode, and then I'd watch one about like Super Mario Bros. 3 or something, and they'd mention fucking how Super Mario Bros. 2 was actually the fucking Japanese game, whatever the fuck. I don't know, it was like a bag of chips or something. I just couldn't stop watching them. Like, it wasn't the most in-depth review or the funniest reviewer. For some reason, Gerard and Greg just had like a weirdly good chemistry with each other until they didn't because they broke up. But so after the whole completionist controversy came out, Greg Wilmot, back from the dead, like after 7 years.
It's never good when you got a second subreddit talking shit about your first subreddit. It's never a good sign.
Comes on the Reddit.
The community is in shambles. It's over.
Saying, yes, this is why I left, and this is why I wanted him to get rid of my videos. A message from an old friend. Or foe. Hello! I'm not comfortable revealing anything privileged that I know about the situation currently. I imagine that the family is under heavy scrutiny now, and any information that I might be able to provide will be provided to the proper authorities should they come asking for it. That being said, I'm happy to say that my hands are entirely clean in this situation. This whole ordeal is one of the exact reasons why I had him remove all my videos. I had a feeling that there would be some sort of controversy associated with that family after my departure, and I wanted nothing to do with it. I didn't want my face plastered all over headlines about an issue that I had nothing to do with. And thank God I did, because, damn, it hurt to have everyone turn on me in the past, but that is pale in comparison to the hurt that the public feels now, especially the donors directly affected by dementia. They thought their money was actively helping a cause, and not just being a mask for an ego-stroking donation to be made many years.
So if you're not caught up on this situation, basically they raised a bunch of money for charity, which is like a good cause, like on their live stream and whatever, from like their viewers would donate in the stream, and it was supposed to all go to charity, and it ended up just sitting in a bank account, and they didn't actually take the initiative to get it to the right charity yet, but they were, you know, going to, allegedly, but people were just pissed off. It had been like years, and it should have been done.
Please don't be
offended. It seems like his partner is washing his hands of this.
I'm just simply too busy playing banjo for my children these days.
Ah, yes, too busy playing banjo.
Reality is that the worst game of the year isn't really a game, but really a situation. And that situation is what's going on in Activision Blizzard. Now, look, I'm not a hard-hitting journalist, but I would like to think that I'm someone with a pretty strong moral compass.
Bro, that was sexual assault. That wasn't a game. Why did he call it a game? Oh my god. Going to the post-charity fraud era channel, he also had a music project though. You might remember the Big Bad Bosses.
Oh no, there was a gamer band like freaking Starbomb. That was Game Grumps' music project. I think they still do it. 60 million views on this Papa Bear, dude.
It's me, Mario. Let's go.
Mario. Yahoo! This was a time. Gaming. Everything is gaming.
The concept was that it was Gerard, his friend from Super Beard Bros. Should I even talk about Super Beard Bros? I mean, Gerard left recently, so they're pretty much disconnected from Normal Boots altogether. Satchbag, another Normal Boots guy I'll get to, and Nate wants to battle.
Well, that didn't go as planned.
Got his ass.
Purple guy!
Unfortunately, they've only made one album. I'm pretty sure they made this album because of Starbomb. I mean, they even have like
that's what I was thinking.
Give the intro to the album. You know, I want to talk about Starbomb in another video. Talking about the album real quick, I was actually surprised by it. So the idea is that it's a concept album where video game villains start a boy band where each member represents a video game villain. You know, Gerard's Bowser, Alex is Eggman, Satch is Ganon, and Nate is
dude, it's evil Starbomb. That sounds kind of cool, I guess. And
it's very clear that Nate is the standout of the group, and he pretty much is used whenever they want actual singing in a song. I was listening to those harmonies, and I said, wait a minute, is this You're the Gentleman? Oh my gosh. They're not singers.
Oh my god, what the hell?
They joined this band more to be
like
horrifying.
Up at 6 like a morning glory. Fix breakfast at my inventory.
I thought the chorus...
Yeah, that sounds very processed.
Next is Continue. I don't really know anything about Continue. They were part of Normal Boots. I want to call them a Let's Play channel, but they won't let me. They play video games and then they talk over it over a screen.
Oh, okay.
So literally, I think
totally different.
You know, gaming is not a personality like other Normal Boots channels. The guy behind it is someone named Shane. Sometimes you can find pictures of him. But for the most part, it was just him listing video game facts, and he got someone else to voice over it. He always got like someone huge to voice over it.
Truly ahead of his time. A very viral
Always
concept.
like this really uncanny vibe of the channel. When he got someone to voice over the video, it didn't really feel like the actual person voicing over it. It always felt like a doppelganger voicing over it or something.
Like AI or something.
This is unrelated, but a really funny branch of Normal
That would be
Boots.
truly ahead of his time if he was using AI voices of JonTron and everybody. Freaking, that'd be crazy. But I mean, that's more like people throw around the term content farm, I feel like, a little too often these days, but I feel like Did You Know Gaming is kind of a content farm.
He's actually adapted his content. He's not doing trivia anymore. He's actually doing some pretty interesting stuff about lost media. I think that's about it. I
thought you did sleepy time compilations.
There was a Normal Boots dating simulator.
What?
I don't remember what it's called. It's like Asiago High or something. Considering Normal Boots is no longer, I had to go back and play this. And it's a dating sim where you can date every single Normal Boots member. Hidden Block
Did they just copy Dream Daddy and put themselves in it? Is that possible?
So in the game, but no. For the first hour, it was pretty entertaining. You know, it was funny seeing all the YouTubers be dating simulator people, especially considering how well some of them is aged. Like in the game, Projared is a model, and also Gerard had a really tragic backstory where his mom got dementia, so he tried to start a fundraiser to help, you know, get the money up, and that's another plot line. And you can't prove it to me that it's not, because you're not gonna play this game. I wanted JonTron.
True.
I got JonTron. I got the good ending. I got JonTron. Okay. Looks older, but his face has gotten a lot softer. When he has the new intro, he looks like an adult 7-year-old. Also, the continue.
What the fuck, dude?
You guys, it's funny
Cooked
because
his ass. It's fucking over for Gerard.
Jared is.
I was gonna say, never had sex, an innocent man, but apparently there's evidence to say otherwise. Good for him, either way.
Bachelor, the Completionist is acting like nothing ever happened. And then JonTron is JonTron. And then
hell yeah, dude. This was a freaking lit video. I know I skipped around a lot, but I'll link the full thing down below, dude. As well as the ScrewAttack video that I freaking got distracted in watching. This was freaking an interesting little rabbit hole. Shout out Nomad. Did you watch any of these creators growing up? Do you still watch the ones that are active, dude? How are your boots looking? Pretty normal? Thanks for watching this reaction. Hit the like button if you enjoyed it. If you have a suggestion, leave it in the comments. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good day. Peace.